A whole bunch of you said this is the next video I need to react to, so that's what I'm doing. This is Ren and Chris Webby. It's called Inpatient, Caskets. I assume it has to do with things like death, dying, grief, and loss, which I have some experience with. My name's Justin Berkobien. I'm an ordained Christian minister and a hospital chaplain. Without further ado, let's get into it.
If I don't wake tomorrow morning, empty shoes on the side of the hall, and if my number stops calling, picture frames hanging up by the door, you try to reach right in and hold on to the little things, but they slip away. But it's okay, 'cause I had a hell of a time. Know that I had the time of my life. So remember me and smile. All of the souls heading back home down a one-way road. So it goes until the caskets close. And if you get that sinking feeling, thinking about the time we shared, I hope it helps you with your healing. Knowing that I wasn't scared, I savored everything. I pressed the world up against my skin. I was lucky, I guess. I always found the beauty in the mess. You gotta hold on to the little things, but you gotta let go just a little bit. When another one goes, one will find their wings, then they'll find their way home, little take and give. Into the unknown and the changing tides, the sun sets low on an endless sky. So much we don't know, I don't know why, but I'll be fine, 'cause I had a hell of a time. Know that I had the time of my life. So remember me and smile. All of the souls heading back home down a one-way road. So it goes until the caskets close. Raise a toast as the curtains close and the sunset fades to black. So the story goes, we all walk with ghosts, no one-way tickets back. The casualties of our memories that slip right through the cracks. All the inside jokes and the times we spoke will stay frozen in the past. You gotta hold on to the little things, but you gotta let go just a little bit. I guess we'll never know what tomorrow brings, but just know you're not alone in the thick of it. I know it feels cold when the caskets close. Stories untold on a headstone. For those who grow old, it'll fly by in the blink of an eye. So we'll have a hell of a time. Know that we'll have the time of our lives. So remember us and smile. All of the souls heading back home down a one-way road. So it goes until the caskets close. We'll have a hell of a time. Know that we'll have the time of our lives. So remember us and smile. All of the souls heading back home down a one-way road. So it goes until the caskets close.
They did such a good job. It's really beautiful, and they didn't miss anything, right? They didn't cut any corners. They weren't reductive and tried to gloss over the pain, but they elevated the beauty of the lives lived and the memories that were had. And it's nice to see. It's really nice to see. I see I kind of see two phases with grief and loss. I see the immediate. Sometimes it's people passing away or facing the end of life, and it's unexpected, and it's incredibly disorienting for family and loved ones. And I see that acute grief, and it's a lot. It's overwhelming. It's a lot for people to carry. And I feel privileged to be able to help ease their way, at least in small ways, to help them feel a little less alone as they go through it. And then I see weeks after, months after, with funerals and memorial services and officiating those things. And there's been a little bit of time to process, a little bit of time for people to learn to feel the feet underneath, learn to feel the ground underneath their feet a little, to orient a little to that new reality of not having their loved one there anymore. And they have more space, I think, mentally, emotionally, psychologically. They have more space to remember the good times. And they smile and they laugh, and there's less distress in that. There's, everybody's different, right? All that to say, this feels like it's coming from people who have experienced grief and loss and have gotten to that healthy place of living with it, living with grief, and having the capacity to have gratitude alongside that grief. I believe that the size of the grief is a mirror of the amount of love that was there between people. So the more you love someone, the more the grief is going to impact you. And it can really be debilitating and so isolating. And I want to be so clear that for anybody who's grieving now, whether it's fresh grief or years old, decades old grief, I'm not suggesting, I don't think these artists are suggesting anyway that you need to be further along in that journey. Like you might still feel pretty crippled by that grief, and that's okay. Wherever you're at is where you're at. I think the mistake would be to fake it and pretend you're something that you're not, or you're in a place that you're not. In so much as you can be authentic and honest with yourself and other people in your life, which is hard. I mean, it's hard. One of I think the most practically difficult things about grieving is that it's not easy for other people to carry that with you. And so people have told me, like, I've lost basically all my friends because I'm devastated with this grief and they don't know how to handle that. So there's a tension there. There's even if you find yourself wanting to fake it and pretend you're okay so as not to lose all your connections, that I get too. So all this to say, no judgment, no shame. Like, we are victims of grief and loss. It happened to us, and it's not, you don't like put the ownness or the blame on a victim for being victimized ever. And at the same time, it's nice to see as a model, as an example, as a spark of inspiration and hope that there is a way of moving forward with grief, alongside grief, to some extent through the most distressing, most debilitating, most soul-crushing aspects of grief, and arrive someplace that is a relatively healthy, happy life that looks back and smiles and says thank you to those people we've loved and lost.